this, plus contemplating all of the other things that's happening in real time, and they know it's the end of their world. It's the end of times as we know it. I don't know what time it is. You're not on no schedule for no week. The workplace has been destroyed. Capitalism itself has been destroyed. Everybody's off the clock right now.
Crazy.
So we living in a completely, this is what I call the new America. You understand me?
Yeah.
This is the new America.
All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth, and salutations to your light scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. We the brothers here at Men of Great Millstone, New York camp, back with another lesson. Lord willing is edifying. So pretty much we was watching a video that was sent, to me or to us in the comment section entitled "Ex-Military Speaks on What's Happening in America Tactically." All right, now we watched it out, and a lot of good points were made. Probably everything they said was some good points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, for the most part. You know what I'm saying, and Lord willing, we're gonna go through it with scriptures, because that's the only thing that was missing really is scriptures, because these are Jake, 2/3 of the world. I mean, as far as what it stands now, who knows? The Most High could wake them up at the last minute, like we were saying before the cameras went off, because they're in the right spirit as to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And as we see what's going on, I don't got to make mention of it, but, anyways, Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson. Who got the first scripture?
Yeah. Jeremiah 25:4, it says, "And the Lord said," "And Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, has sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them. But you have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear."
Right. Beautiful scripture. The Heavenly Father has sent his prophets, but our people, Israel, they did not incline their ears to understand or to even hear what the prophets were saying. You know what I'm saying? They despise the prophets, all right? Now, there's more to that, brother?
No, that was the point.
All right, so I'm going to play it, and then we're going to go with that, all right?
I'm not freestyling. I'm not telling you message board. I'm tapped way the fuck in, and I'm telling you, they're going to rev it up. I'm not saying be scared. I'm saying be ready. 19 Keys is trying to come in. Let me bring the beloved in. Thing is, be ready. Everybody that's amongst you is not for you. It's the setup. Salam alaikum, Almighty. Peace. I just had to come live real quick.
I just want you to keep going, brother.
Beloved, I just had to come live because I got some calls from some active duty brothers, and I'm not going to blow them up because they have our best interest to give us intel. But I was called all day from various elements in the military that fuck with all of the fam, right? And they clearly let me know for us not to be scared, but to be mindful that right now there is no more thing called peace march. And what I was saying, 19 Keys, is most civilians are not understanding how this thing rolls out. They're calling martial law blanket, but it's actually multi-tiered. Martial law as we know it in the history books is old. What they're gonna do is when the president is speaking in codes, okay, and he's warning the waves because he's not only talking to blacks. Let me just be very clear. This is for us, but it's not only for us. He's talking to white militia too, because there are white militia groups that have been wanting this. They don't fuck with us anyway. They've been wanting this war anyway. There are two types of white militia groups. There are white militia groups that fuck with us, right? And there are white militia groups that are white supremacists that are anti-government. Okay? And then there's the Trumpites, who are actually a third element that fuck with Donald Trump, whatever he say.
Now I'm going to pause it right there and bring out the scripture, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 8. It says, "Their tongue is as an arrow shot out. It speaketh deceit. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart he layeth his weight." All right, like the Jake said, Donald Trump is speaking in codes, all right, to these different governments. And that's what they do. But hey, they codes are being decoded first and foremost by the men of the Lord. All right, because the Heavenly Father gave us the insight of the things that are about to go down. Now you got certain Jake out there that are becoming hip to this thing, because these are the Jakes that gotta push forth that movement when it comes to going up against Esau. Like brothers, like we call them, they're pawns. All right, they're pawns. These are gonna be the guys that are gonna spearhead Jake rising up against Esau, man.
Yep.
Like the Lord said that he's gonna raise up Judah and bend Ephraim for a bow. Lord, we might get that later, man.
Yeah.
But these are the guys that are gonna kick it off because more than likely these men are Judites. You know what I'm saying? Through the Spirit.
Yep.
And Judah being the head tribe, these are leaders of their people. So these people are gonna follow suit. You know, I'm sure this is all over social media. They're gonna hear it and you know, feel a sense of consciousness because their leaders are speaking out. So what are they going to do? They're going to do what they know to do best. Grab their guns and get carnal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I read again, and you go, it says, their tongue, Jeremiah 9:8, their tongue is as an arrow, talking about Esau, Edom, shot out. It speaketh deceit. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever they say is pretty much deadly or detrimental to us Israelites. Because their whole purpose is to destroy us, man. And they're going to do their job as far as destroying 2/3 of Israel, man. And watching this video, man, it's just making more and more clear that, hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to step in and give his men spiritual powers to fight up against these devils.
Yeah.
We ain't going to do nothing. We're going to sit back and watch as the world burn and turn.
Yep.
You know, waiting for our power to redeem us. You know, so it says, one speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth. Like, you know, all these, you know, the scriptures say in Psalms that the word of his, 50, the word of his mouth is smooth and the blood of the wars in his heart, which it says the same thing. You know, speaking peacefully to the fellow Americans, you know, we want things to get back to normal, blah, 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 blah. But really, this is what they want. Order out of chaos, man. All right? But in his heart, he layeth in his weight. Okay?
Psalms 58 and go to the point. No, I'm going to start 2. Yeah, in your heart you work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Talking about Esau, Edom. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. And that's the power this man has. Like watching the elders show earlier, and they're absolutely right. Other than the power of the sword, Esau, all he has is the power of lies, man. He's a master of deception. So the whole movement of lately was about what? Coronavirus, keeping you people safe, but yet this is the same country that charges you for healthcare. If you go to the hospital, you don't have enough money, they're gonna treat you if you don't have no insurance. But yet again, they turn around saying that they care about your health, which is a lie. All right, because the power of deception, because it's all part of the plan. That was phase 1. We are in phase 2. The reaction that they have from you Negroes, Latinos, and everybody in the world right now is the action that they wanted from that when they first brought on that coronavirus.
Sure.
Since they didn't get that reaction, they had to do something else, another tactical that was going to make, like in the guy said in the video several times, you know, that they said that they know black people are emotional, all right? So they're going to use your emotions against you. And like the quote George Soros basically said that he knows to get to you Negroes is by your emotions, okay? And it says this, and here's the point. Their poison is like the poison of the serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stompeth for air. What is that poison? That poison is talking about their lies, man. And that's interjecting the minds of these people thinking that what they're doing is right. They fight for their rights, but in actuality, you just getting baited for destruction, man. Because that's a snare and that's a trap. And that's killed democracy. Now all these other terminologies that they use, liberals, far right, far left, and all this other shit that you conservative, all you niggas want to put yourself involved in, that was all part to destroy you, man. Because poison don't kill you right away. A venomous snake, once it strikes you, it doesn't kill you right away. It takes time, and this time has been hundreds of years. They've been studying you, and now they realize what really could pull your trigger. All right. That was it.
Got him alive.
You know, right in the book of right now in New York, man, they sent back the curfew to 8 p.m. So sooner or later, man, we ain't gonna be able to go outside, man. Sooner they'll push it up to 5 p.m. Sooner they'll give us ain't gonna be able to go outside unless you go to mark of the beast. It says Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 10, never trust thy enemies. And who is our enemies, man? We got enemies. Our enemies is who? The so-called white man, which is the Edomite. So Donald Trump might say he like us or he for us, man. But he ain't for us, man. He's for his own belly. So the scriptures say never trust thy enemies, man. And we do got enemies, man. And our number one enemy is who? So-called white people, man. These Edomites, these Rothschild family, man. They want to take us out of the way, man. And they want that birthright back. So that's why they want to start taking out the 2/3 first, and they want to start taking out who? The elect of the men of the Most High, man.
That's right.
So we supposed to never trust their enemies, man. So like iron rusted, so is his wickedness, man. Yeah, so like iron rusted, man. No matter what you put on the iron, if you paint the iron, if you scrape it, it's still going to rust. So that's the wickedness of the so-called white. So we never supposed to trust them, man.
Yep. All right. So back to the video.
They have military, law enforcement, and civilian alignment. Now, when you see these riots or these demonstrations, they are multi-layered. They don't. We have our protest has been hijacked. I just want everybody to know it no longer belongs to us. Last week it did. 19 Keys.
Yes,
The next 7 days it no longer belongs with us. Do not fall for the smoke and mirrors. I'm just keeping it 100 because people don't understand 19 Keys. What happens is the president just said tonight. Civilians don't understand. Military understands. That's why I got the calls. The president said tonight, 19 Keys, all of the United States governors, you're acting too soft. Well, you know what he meant? He's saying to them it's time to activate all of their National Guardsmen who are the state-funded, follow me, they are state-funded militia. That means these are the militia that are part of the state. I know. I used to be part of them. So they're part of the state. Now, what they're doing are they call levels of military probes. They know the cops right now are scared. So you see what's happening? Some cops are digitized, and the revolution will be digitized. Some cops are actually taking a knee, hugging folks, so what they're seeing is an infraction. They can't have that. So that's why the president's going over law enforcement and saying, governors, activate your martial law. I mean, not excuse me. Let me not overspeak. That's not what he's saying. He's saying activate your guardsmen, right? But what he's saying is, if y'all don't activate your guardsmen, I'm gonna send in the killers. The killers are not the National Guard. Family, the killers are the fucking infantry. I know. I was one of them. When they come, it's war. It's war on our soil, unfortunately, and it's not no peace demonstration. You won't be able to put no sage in front of no motherfucking infantrymen. You won't be able to be yelling and screaming and bricks. These are killers. They are deployed to fucking eliminate. Now,
Precept out. Isaiah 32:5. It said the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the true said to be bountiful. Now we all know, I made mention of the liberals, the conservatives, all right? You have the far right, the far left, and so forth, and they all seem to tend to try to take care of you Negroes, Latinos, y'all problems, the Democrats that may be, okay? And y'all always fall every year, 4 years, y'all always fall for the hokey doke, like this guy or that guy is gonna be for us, all right? Now that the whole thing is it's not about who you said and put in office. You got to worry about your local governors, your local sheriffs. You got to vote. This is a thing that's a common thing that you never get out of, man. All right. But the vile person is talking about Esau Edom. He's a vile person. All right. He come to you as a lamb, or humble and so, but he needs your vote. But then, as he gets in office, he don't give two shits about you.
Right.
All right.
Another ball game.
It's a whole nother ball game, and we all know that. It's facts. It says the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity. And he's speaking villainy right now. Donald Trump he didn't show no sort of remorse whatsoever. Everything that he did, it was part of the agenda of the elites. And he had the nerve to have the scriptures in his hand. And then a brother found a picture of Adolf Hitler did the same thing in front of a church. So this is all part of their plan, man. All right? They speak these words and have you thinking that you're free and so forth. Now they're about to take everything from you. Pull the rug under your feet, so to speak. Alright? The point is to practice hypocrisy and utter error against the Lord. And what is that error? Going against everything that the Lord stands for, man. He said God is disrespecting God, that people are going out there and rioting and looting. What God you talking about? Alright? The Most High don't give a fuck about this place. for all the things you have done. That showed that this man is a hypocrite. You allow gays and lesbians and everybody to run amok in your land and say, "In God we trust." What God you talking? You're not talking about the God of the Bible, all right? So you're nothing but a hypocrite, an actor, all right? By nature, it says to make empty the soul of the hungry and will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail, and that's Israel. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They said Native Americans are below the poverty line. There goes your voting. There goes everything that you try to establish in this quote-unquote society and what it has led you. It led you to nothing. Now they're about to take all your rights. They're about to bring in the troops, the guerrillas, so to speak. All right? And this guy's going to explain more what's going to happen because there's a lot of defectors in cops and National Guardsmen and the U.S. military. They're not going to stand up to shoot their own people.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're going to do next? All right? What's going to happen next? They're going to...
There's that video with that girl, what's her name? That I told you about earlier, with the black chick that made the troops kneel or some shit?
Yeah, Kiki Palmer.
Yeah, Kiki what?
Kiki Palmer?
Palmer, yeah, okay. I'm going to put her up there right now so you can see it.
Saying once the looting starts, the shooting starts. You have a president talking about the Second Amendment as a use for people to come out here and use firearms against the people that are protesting. This is the messages that we're seeing. I don't know if you on social media because the news don't tell you everything. But you have to pay attention to what's going on, or else we have a president that's trying to incite a race war. And when the borders are closed, we can't leave. You have people in here that need your help. This is when you and y'all stand together with the community, with society, to stop the governmental oppression. Period. We need you. So then march with us. March beside us. You get your people. Y'all march beside us. March beside us. March beside us. Let the revolution be televised. March beside us and show us that you're here for us. Make history with us, please. Let's just do it. March with us. We'll start marching, and you march with us. Please.
Just do it.
Do it. Just come on. Be the change. Do it. Please. Do it. Please. We are good people. March with us.
Make you do. Because I can't leave this post. I will march through this street with you guys to that next intersection.
I don't know.
I will march from this intersection to that intersection, but I have to control this area.
Control. What is it to control, man? March with us. It will send a huge message. We just march. Just march with us. March the whole round with us. March you and your men. Y'all protect us. Protect us. Y'all march with us. March around like we just did. Do that march with us. Y'all stand beside us. No, you don't, because you're the protector. So if you can't patrol yourself. If it's you that's supposed to be patrolling us, then walk with us.
I'm also protecting some of these businesses.
Okay. Okay.
Well, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you take a kneel? Can you take a kneel?
I don't know. They ain't enough for me.
Let me see.
They ain't enough for me.
Thank you. Let me see you take a
They
kneel.
ain't enough for me.
Let me see you take a kneel. Let me see you take a kneel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Together.
Let's
Let's all do it together. Come on. Everybody, let's all do it together. You get good for it, guys. Take a kneel. Let's all do it together.
Oh, y'all in the back, take a knee. Take a knee.
If you standing up, we taking you with it. Come on, take
March with us. March with us.
She, it shows you the sensitivity of the American troops. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy, he's all in his emotions and feelings, man. These are the National Guards. And this guy is going to say, I don't want to jump the gun, but he's going to say that a lot of these troops that got deployed, this is their first time. This is their first action. This is the first time getting their feet wet. And it just so happened to be on their own soils. You know what I'm saying? So they all mixed up in emotions. They don't know what to do, how to feel, because they never really seen combat, man. They never really seen combat, so they can't differentiate what real combat is and what they really doing now. You know what I'm saying? They all bent up out of hey man, the guy's gonna say it, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want to add it, you got it too, brother.
This is a little more, because it says the instruments of the true, which is talking about Esau Edom, the evil, the wicked, all right, are evil. He devises wicked device to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. That's everything, man. Here it is, quote unquote, they going out there trying to protest against police brutality, all right? And then who hijacked the whole fucking movement? It was government funded, might I add, right? Both sides, George Soros, Black Lives Matter, and Antifa, all right? He funded both of them, and the Clintons behind that, all right? And you have a real cause, a real problem that's out there, and yet you hijacked it and put your own thing into it, so that way it don't look so, it's not that impactful. Because now you have Edomites out there putting their hands up, and the Edomites are just hijacking it. They the ones that's busting windows.
The forefront of the whole shit.
The forefront of the whole, they completely took over. So you just dismiss what the poor are saying, all right? Which is all part of the plan anyway. But the real instrument, the tool that they're gonna is an RFID microchip.
That's it.
All right, that's the end game to all this shit, man. And they want to get rid of damn near every dark. He's like, well, the guy's gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
Jumping the gun, but it's
Go
alright.
ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
brother. You got him a lot.
Straight into book Psalm chapter 10 verse 2. The wicked, who's the wicked man? The wicked right now, the wicked of the earth, the wicked of America, Donald Trump, man. It says the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Who's the real? The Israelites, man, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native America, man. Right now here in America, man, all the 12 tribes is here in America, man. Some to receive judgment, and some to be delivered, man. But most of the 2/3, man, they're gonna die here in America. And most of the elect is gonna be living out of America, man, and for the 4 corners of the earth. So the wickedness pride does persecute the poor. So right now, we are the poorest nation, man. And we the richest in spirit, but we poor right now, we're the bottom. We got whatever we need, we gotta go to the government. We ain't got our own schools, we ain't our own businesses, we ain't on the loan, or still on the livestock. So we gotta depend on the government, man. So Donald Trump know that. Why there's no businesses, man. So the poor, and it's right to prosecute the poor. So the people have been locked up in some, man, for over 3 months, they ain't getting their money. Now they got free, if you could loot and get free stuff, man, loot from the wall side and get the free stuff, man, and sell that shit. So the most side is on both sides, man. He on the side of the 2/3 and the side of the elect, and on the side with these Edomites, man. It's all the most side kid, man. So what? Bring on this place of America, man. Very soon. So for the wicked in his pride that persecute the poor, let them be taken in his own advice that he imagined. So all the stuff that the so-called white man, Edomites imagined for us, man, we're going to put it against him. That's it.
Come on. Alright.
The reason why I'm pissed off is because I saw a fucking video with some police officers and guardsmen giving warning shots in minutes. They were patrolling a Minneapolis neighborhood with a Humvee.
Yes, I seen that.
It wasn't all guardsmen. It was a few guardsmen with law enforcement, and they were yelling at folks to get inside the house. Then one of the officers had an AR-15, which is a M4 rifle. Okay, government issue, which is not it's not an AR-15 at that point. It is an M4. So an M4 and an AR-15 are structured similar, but an M4 is a bad motherfucker. It's not the same. For those that don't understand what I'm fucking talking about, an AR-15 is a civilian standard assault rifle. Okay, but an M4, which is when you're active duty fucking infantry soldier, that's your issued weapon that is calibrated specifically, okay, with parts to do certain damage. Now, what they shot warning shots in a fucking neighborhood with a fucking M4 on American soil. I'm pissed the fuck off. And every fucking combat, respect to all my MOSs, any combat veteran should be pissed the fuck off when you came back from Iraq and Afghanistan and to see that government issue M4s are being shot in any American city. That is unacceptable and it's unprofessional. And how come our law enforcement are not held to the same discipline standard that you hold us deployed combat killers over there too? Because we have to give orders to shoot overseas. If we don't, we'll cause an infraction and we'll be fucking court-martialed ASAP. Because why? The world's watching. So how come that's not maintained over here? Okay, I digress. I already did a video. My point
No,
is
no,
saying
you,
this,
you,
family.
you
Listen,
said the important part, man, and that's why I wanted to bring more people in, just because they need to understand the seriousness of the times and the seriousness of what it means to be under military law and to be under martial law. And
And you see what he just said? He said how serious the time is. And that's why we started out the show that the Lord has sent forth the prophets first, early, before all this shit happened, to let people know what time it was. How you know the time when the shit is actually happening? You gotta be more ahead of time. Romans 13 and Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. So the whole time, you niggas, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all been on a comatose, man. All right, we from the apostles on down, been pushing this word for years. Before this shit happened, before martial law, before COVID-19, before all these things happened, we was out there preaching this word, warning you, man, warning you, telling you wake the fuck up. This was gonna happen, and now we here. Now you in the forceful time, man, because that was a door of mercy when we was out there in the highways and byways, man, pushing this word. But now the action is here. The time of talking is pretty much it's over. Soon we won't be able to go to the streets, and then you know it's real. Okay. Matter of fact, I do have one more, real quick. Joel 2:15, it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly. But the point is, blow the trumpet. What is a trumpet? Trumpet, there was 3 sounds for a trumpet. One to gather for holy holidays, and another trumpet when the enemy was coming. The enemy is here. We've been telling you people we was blowing the trumpet in the highways and byways. So now this guy's saying now it's time to wake up. Nigga, you been supposed to be up. All these people should have been up. Alright? They should have been seeing this. What protesters have ever done for you Negroes, man? Let's get real.
Yeah.
All they got, your niggas got bashed in the head, water hose, bit by dogs. All these lovely things get locked up. Alright? That's all that ever happened. All right, a few casualties here and there, and that was it. Nothing really changed. Okay.
Yeah.
So the real time is real.
Just to add, you know what I'm saying? Like we spoke about also on the camera, off camera, is that you will have Israelites out there that's gonna wake up at the last minute because of this. You know what I'm saying? Just to put that out there. You know what I mean? What the brother is saying is absolutely on point. But you will have Israelites because you got some jakes. Hey, what the Lord told Thomas. That blessed are you because you believe, but blessed are the they that have he said get it, they might know it's off the top real quick, Baba Kushab. You know what I'm saying? I could look it up real quick too. But I'm gonna find it, bro. It's in the gospel, of course. Not seen. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. John 20 and 29. It says, and Thomas answered and said unto him, my Lord and my power. Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Yep.
And that's representative to the men of the Lord, that have been out there in the highways and byways doing the work when nothing was happening. And hey, that goes as far as to say the apostles, bro. Yep. Because when we came in, me and his brother, and his brother came in 2009, we came in 2008, nothing was really popping like that, man. Yeah. Nothing was really popping like that. When we came in, actually, you had Obama that just became president, and then you had the whole financial crisis that took place. Yep. But the housing market and stuff like that. But even still, it wasn't really that, popping, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't really speaking like that.
Yeah, like the scripture saying, Habakkuk the second chapter. It wasn't really speaking like that. It was little things here and there which boosted our faith and it gave us hope. Like, yeah, man, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? But how much more now? You know what I'm saying? How much more now? You know what I'm saying? So the Lord said, blessed are they that have not seen and believed. Which is talking about. We fast forward to this day. It's talking about starting with the apostles on down. But then you got these brothers. I said brothers through the Spirit, but you never know. They might, you know, they doing anything. Everything they show is pretty much on point. They might be the last believers. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can have a bunch of guys out there that's gonna rise up because of this. Watch, you know, videos, look for answers while the getting is still there. You know what I mean? But once the doors of mercy is shut, then that's that. So, you know, we must say that. You know what I mean? Because you got the 1/3 that's gonna consist of people who just believe. They were never prophets, but they just believed at the last moment.
Yep.
You know?
To back that up, Matthew 20, and I'm going to the point. 20 and 6, it says, "And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, Why standeth ye here and all the day idle?" So the Lord, pretty much, that's the 11th hour of anything is 1 hour before the 12th hour.
Yeah.
And the 12th hour represents the end.
Like midnight.
Midnight. So right at that particular hour, there was a group of men that's out there that the Lord always has picked and had kept them preserved for that particular time. Because like the brother said, every brother's not a prophet. All right. However, the elect comes in various forms and fashions. They all have different offices. But you have people that the Lord has blessed that's not going to even pick up a sign, be on the highways and byways, do 8, 6, 2 hours out there, you know, doing videos that we truly believe. All right, and the Lord's going to come to them in the last hour, and this is the eye opener of things to come. That things are. That's how you know we're at the end. All right, but I'm going to read it a little bit more. It says, "And they say unto him, Because no man hath hired us." And this is a job. We're laborers. Yep. Right. We're laborers. All right. So we have to have an occupation in some sort of field in this truth. So you have brothers that's out there have some skill set, even in the very last minute. Okay. Because believe it or not, we might not be with each other when the shit happens, but yet we still might be teaching still. All right. Who knows what was going to happen? All right. And it says, "And he saith unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall you receive." And that's salvation, man. That was just the point.
That's all right. All right, yeah, real quick, because we paused the video because you brought out something. So this is Ezekiel 3rd chapter, and what's it at? Yeah, I'll go to the point. 3 and 17. "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me." All right, so what'd you say, brother, when we paused it? What was you say?
Because when I read Jeremiah 25 and 4, it said I sent out the prophets early.
Right, there you go.
So that's the prophets being a watchman and watching everything and blowing the trumpet. It goes all together. All right, that's why we knew it was high. That's what it says in Thessalonians 5 and 2. It says, "I write to you not." That you know already. You know already.
Know perfectly that
so,
the Lord comes people name.
And like Yakwa was in the camp with us, and he basically saying that was our former self letting us know that what was gonna happen. You know, like yo, you know already what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
And that's the spirit. That's the education. That's the thing that was within us to know. Like, okay, this is what the Lord was talking about in Matthew 24th chapter.
Yeah.
The prophets always been saying.
Yeah.
All right. So we was been watching everything.
Like the scriptures say, knowing all these things shall be dissolved, what man a person ought ye to be. You know, knowing that, hey, we, you know what I'm saying, man? This is fucking ill, man. All right, let me just call it like it is, bro. This is dope because the Most High got things coming to pass, man. Yeah. This is what we live for, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is what we live for, man. This is what the fuck we got to look forward to, getting the hell out of Babylon. And I pray to Yahweh Shemi Yahushua that things escalate, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We believe it is. But we're going to see what the Lord got in store, man. Now, what we doing and how we conduct and speak amongst ourselves is according to how it's lining up with prophecy. Yeah. So what we see is what we know, right?
Yeah, that's how you can report.
Yeah, that's how we measure. The scripture say measure the time diligently, man. Yep. Within itself. This is how we measure time. This is what makes us know, you know, that this is it, man. This is the very end that the Most High spake of, man. Yep. You know, like again, these cats that we about to play in the video, that we playing on the video, they really don't know. They really don't know. I believe the guy in the bottom is Muslim. What answers is the Quran giving for all this thing that's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what are prophecies in the Quran at? You know, now the video was good, but not one scripture was quoted, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. Alright? So if ain't nobody got nothing to say, I'm gonna press play.
I got a quick
Yeah, brother.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak into the ear of my people the word of prophecy. So that's what we're supposed to be doing right now, man. I want to give them to the truth. The apostles and elders are speaking the prophecies unto us, man. And 2020, prophecy has been popping off, man. That's how they popped up. Then is the year of prophecy. It says, speaking the word of my people, prophecy. And I will put it in thy mouth, say the Lord. So the Lord is going to put it in whom mouth, man. And also be elect. So when we speak the prophecies on it, man, it is going to come to pass. And the Most High, it's impossible for the Most High to allow, man.
Right.
When the Most High said it's going to come to pass, it is going to come to pass. And when the final prophecy is going to come to pass, is what? The mark of the beast and the destruction of America.
Right.
The final prophecy. That's it.
Come, all right, come. So with the video,
all suspension of civil law to where you don't have rights over your own body. So the Constitution as you knew it and the rights that you thought you once had are no longer in play anymore.
Wow.
And so this is a different field of reality. You understand me? In 1878, the Congress passed Posse Comitatus, which doesn't allow domestic or doesn't allow military, you understand me, to invade without congressional approval. But since we're in a state of emergency, they don't have to do that.
Right.
So you have to understand that they can just skip steps and go directly to the action.
Woo!
You understand
Wow.
me?
Wow.
And if we believe that the Boogaloo, the militias, these people want to start race wars, civil wars, they're against all of these, they're against government. It's a war of different worlds right now.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
understand me? And so if you get caught in the middle of this, and we got our people caught up in the middle of this, we understood that we can't just tell our people to not do something because our energy is out there and it's frantic.
No,
and
no.
our
All I'm
spirit
saying,
has to do
beloved, no,
something.
I'm not. So this is what
No,
I'm saying.
I know
very
you're
clear.
not.
Yeah,
but
I'm not. I'm
right.
not saying not
But
to
this is
not
how
do
we got
something. I'm
caught
saying
up.
just be aware of that. That it's no longer what we're seeing. It no longer belongs to us. We started with good intentions. All
Right.
I'm saying on 19 is that we should be doing the knowledge more, be more diligent,
Absolutely.
and be more vigilant, and also
And more militant if you
Yeah,
go
yes,
move
sir.
and you go be out there.
Yes,
if you
sir.
go
Yes,
move
sir.
and be out there and you believe, my point was this. If you believe that there's people that's doing coordinated attacks.
right now, he just said a key word real quick, you know. This video is 40 minutes long, so low when we get through it, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit. It's almost curfew time, like I told the brother. It's 6:45 p.m. Eastern time, and curfew's 8 o'clock. And I'm not home, so you'll see how that play out. Yeah, my brother.
First Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant,
Yep.
because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Right, and that's what he said. Dude said, you know, you got to be vigilant. Well, really, if you're not in tune with the scriptures, you're not vigilant, man. You can't be. You know, you really cannot be, because there's no end all be all to what you about to go through. I'm talking about you 2/3, man.
Yeah.
Or you people that don't know.
Yeah.
You really don't know why you about to go through what you about to go through, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really, you know, impossible for you to be vigilant. Look at the word vigilant real quick, brother, Baba Kashab, man.
That definitely needs to watch.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But for edification's sake, you know?
Yeah, because if you're not in tune of things that was to come, how will you be able to understand the things that are right in front of you now? Like, these guys sound like they know something, so that's how we're dealing with them. But if you're talking about an average Negro that had no idea of things to come, thinking that he had civil rights and all these other shit, and he's blinded, man. All right, and that's the problem with our people. They're blinded fools, man.
So the meaning for the word villager, it said keep careful, watch for possible danger of difficulty.
Can I add this?
Of course, man.
How the hell are you gonna supposed to go protest? All right, and I expect some looting, some robbing. Why would you bring your children? Why would you go out there with your mother, your old mother, your father, your little brother? All right, how stupid is a girl out there that's saying, "Oh, you killed my sister. It wasn't the white cops that did it. It was you protesters. Why? But bitch, who told you to go out there? That's not being vigilant. You ever go to a parade? You ever go to it's easily one thing can happen. You can get stomped over. But that shows you that scriptures clearly say, "Following out a multitude doing evil." Yeah, what y'all doing is evil. Because if it wasn't evil, these things wouldn't happen to you. Because you're not vigilant. You cannot see. The Lord didn't give you the eyesight. Certain things you just got to stay the fuck away from. People protesting, you got to stay the fuck away from that shit.
You got Israelite camps say that we only protesting the protesters.
Well, that's what the scripture said. If the blind lead the blind, they both fall in the ditch. So when they really roll up on these Israelite camps that's out there with the protesters, they're like, yeah, the white man's the devil, blah, blah, blah. When the National Guard come with their guns, what they gonna do? They're gonna blast them. All right? They can say whatever they want. Because like these guys are saying, and we all been saying, you have no motherfucking rights. It's been thrown out the window. All right? That's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so vigilant means to watch. And like you made a statement on, you know, all these people getting caught up with these protests and parades. What not parades, but protesting. Hey, why do you think Esau, what is it, a couple weeks before this whole thing popped off, brought out this whole thing with contact tracing? Now, if he was anywhere in the vicinity of where they were protesting, which obviously there's going to be some so-called affected people amongst that crowd, now easily with Bluetooth, GPS, and contactless tracing, Esau just made it legal to fucking find out where your whereabouts was when there was a large mob on 34th and 7th Street, you know, or 34th and 7th Ave, you know what I'm saying, or wherever that area was. And now they're going to see all the people that was in that area and say, well, listen, all y'all was in that area, y'all got something. You know what I'm saying? That's, hey, be vigilant, be sober, okay? Now, again, if you're not sober meaning to not be drunken off of wine. In this particular case, wine is philosophy. Yep. If you think America's going to rebound, if you think Black Lives Matter, if you think you're going to win a war, you know, you're going to win some civil war or some shit against these Edomites, then you're not being sober. The only way to be sober, all right, to get that electrolytes and that hydration, to not be drunk anymore, is by this. All right? The Holy Spirit, the word of the Most High, man. Okay? If you ain't got it, then you're going to be a drunken bastard for the rest of your life till you die. Yep. All right? So, nobody got none of those, right? All right, let me play the video.
And we as leadership just have this role and responsibility to be able to tell the people what's going on so they can act out there, like you said, being knowledgeable. You understand me? And there definitely shouldn't be no children out there. Women as well, and people that don't have any, I would just say, if you don't have any training, discipline, any combat skills whatsoever, you're going to traumatize yourself.
Absolutely.
You understand me? And especially after it get dark, you're going to become a victim and a liability to those who do.
Listen, 19, everything you say is right, exact, beloved. And let me tell you something, family. All I'm saying to you, the next 7 to 14 days is going to look a lot different. And I want y'all to listen to the words behind the words. Don't just be putting people off. Be very much mindful of if you're going to be out here. Okay? Those that are doing the inner work, continue to do the inner work. Those that are acting, because I remember Blue Pill said earlier today in his post, you know, we have wars on many fronts. So we have soldiers deployed in different areas for our people's growth and development. So
that's right.
Stay diligent in your area. But I'm saying, speaking for those that are in the streets, the outside, it would behoove you to get some type of tactical understanding and understanding, and get with brothers and sisters that know what time it is, that are actually out there too. Okay, and know and study the fact that when you're out there are looters out there. There are people that are peacefully protesting. There are people that are all in black that are not black, that are doing some other shit to start shit. And there are people that genuinely want to stand up and protest. So it's all chaos. It's all mixed into one now. There's no pure stance at this point. Okay? So with that being said, in that type of chaos, they will have to press their order. And 19 Keys made a very point. They will skip steps. They will skip steps. And all I'm just letting y'all know, the National Guard is just the beginning. Don't think that's the end game. The National Guard is a chess move. It's just a chess move. Because what happens is, if the National Guard, every state has their own militia. A lot of those boys are scared. Some of the National Guardsmen have never deployed.
We'll pause it for a second before we go on to the next segment that he's going to say. Now, he made a statement. He said about how he pretty much saying how drastically things are speeding up. They're going to have to skip steps. That's what he says. They have to skip steps. And keep in mind, this guy is an ex-military personnel. All right, so he know combat. You can tell he's not frightened by the way he's speaking. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that real quick, you know, of course, the one scripture that come to mind is the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, and the 12th verse. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time."
Yeah.
All right, so, and hey, bro, what were you saying too, man? Like, just chopping up, building up. Hey, I don't know, hypothetically, not hypothetically, but Esau might just cut to the chase and start tripping people.
Yeah.
He might just say, "The hell with the vaccine."
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I think the whole vaccine shit was bullshit. It could, maybe they do want to vaccine people or whatever. But like us brothers in the know, we know that the end all be all is the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, not a damn vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Which we always saying that the vaccine is a forerunner for the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you might just have to skip the forerunner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might just have to, like you dealing with a woman, you might have to skip the foreplay and just go straight to the sex. Get the hell in and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now that's the kind of MO Esau is on right now. That's the tip he's on. Yeah. So he made it like Jake said, they might skip some steps. Why? Because Esau know that he got a short time. Alright? Because Yahweh Shem Yahshua about to take him out, man. Yeah. You got something now? You got something?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. At last, in that great day, as none shall be like it, even the time of Jacob.
Read it again, read it again, misread it.
Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All Israelites here in America, man, going to go through Jacob's trouble, man. Because who's going to be saved? The elect is going to be saved.
Yeah.
The Most High don't give a damn about the two-thirds of his people, man. We're the same person that say crucifying, man. So we've been out there, man. The apostles, the elders, been warning you people, man, for all these years, man. All these years. Now it's finally coming, taking part, man. It's too late. Because the elect is few, man. But the 2/3 is many. So the Most High already, the Most High already knows his elect, man. So there's a few more elect coming to the truth. But the ones that didn't take heed and the ones that bucked up against the apostles that have been teaching out there for years, man, the Most High might kill us, man. It says, "For that last that great day shall there be none like it. There's even the time of Jacob's trouble. But he shall be saved from." Who was he? The elect is going to be saved from Jacob's trouble, man. That's going to come from America.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, I was just going to add the reason why, another reason why he's coming down with great wrath, because, they like to use the saying pressure from above, pressure from below. The pressure is coming from the Most High. And what do I mean by that? 2020, well, since a while, there's been a lot of chariot sightings. All right, that's why they had to hurry up, push the Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they had to push all the agendas quickly, because they're getting pressure from the Most High Himself. You have a military that's outside of the realm of this current world, outside in space, waiting for a particular moment, and they know that. So that's why they having themselves. They have to say that what? And we might as well skip everything and get straight to the point. All right? Because Esau's not a romantic. He rocked you for sleep for a long period of time. But the kitty gloves is off. And Trump's speech, he basically said he didn't give a fuck about what happened to this guy. Yo, you guys are soft. I got the National Guard. I'm all about I'm the president of law. Law. That's why he kept on saying law and order. All right, because he knows himself. We got to speed this thing up. Even the UN on their site says there is a new world order. The United Nations is trying to establish a new world order. So it's done.
It's out there.
It's out there. So it's done. Anybody thinks that shit is a conspiracy theorist, you are archaic, meaning, you're stupid, okay? Because it's right in your face. So the real pressure's coming from the Most High. That's all I say.
Cool.
So their first deployment would actually be in their own state. That's kind of scary, black or white, to be in your own state and you ain't never been in war, and now you actually gotta have a war stance in your own state amongst your own citizens. That's a hard fucking thing, man. That's deep. Because they didn't sign up. They didn't sign up for that, and that wasn't really their oath. You feel what I'm saying? 19. So that's a psychological thing. And under those pretenses, 19, they bound to just slip up and do some stupid shit.
Absolutely.
Because they scared.
But they scared, and they
scared.
look at the anger in these people's faces.
And you know, 19, what's gonna happen is, you know, what our people are so reactionary, not necessarily disciplined. And I'm not gonna judge nobody's rage. That's one thing.
We emotional. We emotional.
To each his own rage. But we're so reactionary that if we see a National Guardman blow somebody's head off on camera, right? Because we digitizing everything, we capturing it. That's gonna send another wave of warriors to come out armed, and then they're gonna play the killer play. That's when they're gonna send the act. They're gonna put the National Guard behind. They're gonna send in two elements. What they're gonna do is they're gonna send infantrymen in small units. Then they're gonna send in Pawn Self. They're gonna send the contractors in, the black water guys.
Yep.
Isaiah 13 and 16. It says, and their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. As for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash their young men into pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrown Sodom and Gomorrah. So basically, they're gonna send in troops. All right. And there was another scripture that said that they didn't understand no language, no speech.
Oh, in Deuteronomy.
Oh yeah, that's like yeah.
Send the nation before.
Yeah, and that's another thing, because with the fierce countenance, because that's what happened to us when the English, the Dutch, the French, they came down to Esau. But the militia is the same way. That's why I read that, because they're gonna dash these kids to pieces. They're gonna do it because they're not gonna be military. Remorseful. They're not gonna be remorseful, because that's not their people.
Exactly.
All right. That's not their. They're not gonna give two shits about the children or whatever. Mm-hmm. They probably be like, yes, we finally got these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. These American spoiled bastards, man.
Yeah.
All right. That's the militia, man. All right. That's the hired guns. And don't be surprised if the hired guns gonna be outranking your local guys, because they're gonna have too much remorse and too much sympathy for the citizens. Mm-hmm. All right. You have to throw that shit out the window. You gotta be heartless. All right. Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing. Militias are hired guns, man. And America's about to hire a whole bunch of guns, because America was bought and sold anyway. Mm-hmm. People want that fucking money back in the form of what? You people.
Slaves. Yeah, like the apostles and elders have been saying for years, since back in 34th Street, that about the Gurkha troops and all these different foreign troops coming in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother just broke it down perfectly. But prior to that, you have where's that? Zephaniah. Let me get this real quick. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 14. Oh, yeah. It says, the great day, excuse me. We start at 13. No, I start 12. It says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lease. That they in their heart, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. But you about to have a bunch of casualties out there in the streets, man. When things really hit the fan and get rough, which is the beginning. That's what we talk about, Jacob's trouble, so you can understand. All right, once the military step in, once what you're seeing on the screen right now, whatever. Once they step in and what's being spoken about happen, that's Jacob's trouble, right? So it says, therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses shall be a desolation. Mm-hmm. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. Because the Heavenly Father is about to bring all death and destruction to this land, man. Everything you labored for was in vain. You know? Verse 14 says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near. And hasted greatly. And we could say that with more emphasis now, even more than ever. All right, it says, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. All right, the mighty men, who's the mighty men? The men of war. All right, matter of fact, there's a video with a there you go, see? Yup, 8 o'clock curfew. There you go, 8 o'clock curfew. There goes the new norm. They let you know an hour ahead of time, and they're gonna let you know. Yeah, they conditioning people. You see, yeah, it's a curfew, man. But fuck it, I'm doing the work of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what was I saying?
A video.
Yeah, it's a video with a guy, a military guy. I'm sure right now. That's what it's all about.
What started as a photo op, teen and soldier arm in arm, unexpectedly turned. A National Guardsman stationed at the Pike outlets where so many stores were looted was suddenly moved to tears.
And when people see us in uniform with armored trucks, yeah, we have robot faces and we don't say anything, but that's just because we have to keep our composure. But nobody knows what we're thinking. Trust me, you have a lot of soldiers who are on your side. You have people in this uniform who want justice as well.
A stunning moment of understanding for 19-year-old Jose Acosta.
And he's crying because a Jake is reaching out to his heart. You know, and now he got him all sentimental in his feelings. Now he's crying. All right, so hey, that's just a tip of the iceberg, man. These mighty men are gonna cry because of pain. Now the scriptures say, now see then why the men what's that in Jeremiah?
Jeremiah 30 and 5.
Right, why a man hold his loins in pain as travail with a woman. Because all hell's about to break loose, and men are going to mourn, lament for the bloodshed, and ultimately the wrath of the Lord. All right? Come on. Yeah, you got it, brother. That's it.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. For there shall be like madmen sparing none. And this is only the beginning, man. You got these cops don't give a damn, man. Those are the cops, the brothers that come over here. There'll be the man, woman, and child, man. It can be old, grandmother. They're beating you up, man. Because Donald Trump already put the battery in these cups back, man. Don't hold it back, man. So the girl control is gonna be worse on the cups, man. So there shall be like a madman sparing none. And it says, but shall spoil and destroy those that fear the Lord. Who fear the Lord, man? The elect, man, of the Lord, man. So they're gonna try to destroy us, man. We ain't gonna take the mark of the beast. We ain't gonna follow the protocols, man. But who's gonna be destroyed, man? The 2/3, man.
Yeah. Hey, speaking about 2/3, right? There's a video right here Apostle Ramlab just sent, and you got, I'm gonna show it up on the screen, but you got GOCC, Comfy's guys marching in front of the White House. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe it's today. But they marching in front of the White House, man. Hey, what the Lord say, judgment shall begin at his house. And it talks about his people let us flock to the slaughter. You know, so hey, these people there, they can be the first wave of Israelites to go, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't gonna protect them.
Yeah, that proves right there that they sold out because of the fact they call it basically all government agencies are all coming into this one thing. When it's one conglomerate. Yeah. You got IUIC.
That's right.
They're marching. It was marching in front of behind the Freemasons. And then you got that. So next one is IUPK.
Hey, whatever that show you, that we was right all along.
Exactly.
Whole 501c3 charter drink, man. They openly admitted they had it anyway, but come on, man.
They control, man. They're not concerned about the people. They're concerned about their own bellies, man. Now they're about to have their people get slaughtered. Great leaders.
That's right. That's it, brother. Let me go back to the bid.
Okay. Now the contractors are most of the ex-military guys that didn't go into law enforcement that pretty much go around and do the CIA's dirty work around the world. You know what I'm saying? And they work for the shadow governments and they work for a lot of these different powers that be. You know, and they do a lot of their security work. So what they'll do is they'll send it. They won't be overt about it. They'll actually send in the infantry with them alongside of them to be their 6. So one's at your 12, one's at your 6. I'm just letting you know it's going to escalate. Now, for digital discipline, do not think that I'm Supernova Storm's going to tell you anything other than I'm telling you, because I'm trained to know how to talk. So the ones that know me and know from my tribe know what I'm saying, and I'm on code and we on code. I don't know who the fuck is in these comments with me 19. So 19 can follow what I'm saying, and I can follow what he's saying.
Yes,
and our
understand the
buddies,
times, people.
And our buddies from Islamists in these comments, our buddies that's from the G5 and the 6 and the B and C and the brothers that's military affiliated. We know what we're talking about. I'm not telling civilians who have no type of warrior tasking drills what the fuck I'm saying. Okay? So if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. All right? And I'm not going to judge your rage. Do what you feel you need to do. But I'm saying right now, move tactically. Don't be having babies in the photo ops are done. Holding up signs are really done. Okay? Now you can do what you're going to do. I'm just going to give you fair warning. It will escalate. Okay? So the president, I'll pass it back to 19, but the president has given a warning to the governors. He's speaking in code to them. And when he speaks to them, they're not all on the same page. Some of the governors, like some cops now, are siding with civilians. So what does that mean, 19? That we may be headed for civil war infraction. And the president will do it. He's not playing around.
It says Luke 11 and 18. Matter of fact, 17. But he, knowing their thoughts, and said, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and the house divided against a house falleth. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? And this man stated the obvious fact that the governors are against the federal government. Everybody's out for self, and this is no longer the United States, it's divided states. That's why it's going to cause a civil unrest amongst all the people. Okay? You're going to have people that's on the far left and the far right is going to go at each other. And then he was basically saying in the whole video, in a roundabout manner, that you have people that want to overthrow the government, period, anyway. So you have a lot of factors. It's all in the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua. He's doing that. Okay? He's taking you down, Esau. He's taking you down. Hey, I just gotta add on land back what you sent us. Was it Monday? About Donald J. Trump. The anonymous guy sending the thing about how he has some pedophile shit going on.
Oh yeah.
But before all that,
yeah.
But before all that, he was after the Clintons.
Exactly.
He was after all these other people.
They divided amongst
They
themselves.
divided
All of them, man. Cutthroats. That's the nature of Esau.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's look at Roman history, man. They were all cutthroats. Matter of fact, Roman Caesars was scared to be Caesars.
Yeah.
Because they knew somebody was out to gun them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
huh?
How did Nero die? Caligula, how he died? Julius Caesar, how he died? He got assassinated.
Yeah, it was all cutthroat, man.
Hey,
but you know what though? That's Esau because look at Cain and look at Abel.
Yeah.
Now Cain and Abel, Cain slew his brother Abel. How much you said Esau? That Cain is Esau, the spirit of Cain. Esau to this day will kill his brother without a fucking second thought.
Yeah.
Just like Jacob and Esau.
Yep.
Esau was ready to kill Jacob because of the birthright without a second thought. He said, "The days at hand, well, I'm gonna slay my brother Jacob." Now Esau is each other's brothers.
Yeah.
Edomites are each other's brothers. So if they thought that way to us, which is spiritual and it goes deeper, I'm just saying they could think that way towards each other, their fellow Edomites. And history always show you that, man. Damn cutthroat Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So
I got 17 minutes left.
17. It says, "And the course of their actions shall stand in power. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, but because of their pride, cities shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation." Now, you gotta think, if this thing escalates, it's gonna be real bad for you people out there in the world. Because there ain't nobody gonna be going to work. And if there's no work, that means there ain't gonna be nobody in the supermarket to sell you food.
Yep.
Ain't gonna be nobody in the supermarket to sell you water.
Yep.
All right, ain't gonna be nobody in the bank to allow you to do transactions.
Yep.
Everything is gonna be shut down. All right, everything is gonna be shut down, and we hope it does, because we ready to get out of here. And these things must happen before we get out of here. But for you people that got your trust in Egypt, you're done. You're through. You know what I'm saying? So for the Great Tribulation. Now the camera's saying we got like 15 minutes, whatever. So, you know, in this video we got what? Oh, look at the time, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we already went in 4 minutes. Man. You know, through the spirit. But anyway, you know, we got like 2/3 of the video left. So we're gonna wrap it up soon, you know, soon and surely. If the spirit hit us, we might finish it. If not, wherever we leave off at, I'll just include the rest of the video at the end of this video. Yeah. So we do it like that. Yeah. So anybody got anything else to say? Or I'll just play the video.
Play the video.
All right.
He will do it. And that's how far gone we are collectively in this situation. And mind you, we're still in COVID-19 atmosphere. We're still in the atmosphere where they want to have us inoculated. So we're not out the fucking clear. And I told you motherfuckers, don't go out the house without your fucking silver, without your gold, without your CMOS, without your Mega Greens. I told you motherfuckers, stay prayed up. Make sure you have your wellness protocols every fucking day. And now you're out here with tear gas that's fucking up your immune system, that's fucking up your respiratory system. You're not even armed holistically to fuck with these niggas. Better let alone know how to train and know how to fucking shoot. But now you want to just jump out in the window, totally just mad, not even at least holistically, you know, fortify yourself. You got 19 keys on here, ante up on your fucking gold and silver. What the fuck, bitch? They shooting shit. You already got COVID-19 pre-existing conditions, black people. So now they're gonna shoot some shit for your respiratory. They probably the shit they shooting at you now is worse than COVID-19. So what I'm saying, don't be scared, be fearless, but prepare yourself every fucking day. And before you go out your house, make sure you body, mind, spirit, lock and loaded. This is not a fucking game, family. We're fighting a spiritual war, a mental war, and a motherfucking physical war.
Real quick, Ephesians 6 and 12. Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take on to you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand the evil day. And it's talking about now, because we are in these evil days. It wasn't talking about back then, it was talking about now. Alright? It says, and having done all, to stand. So having done all, we standing in our own and believing in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That was our foundation. Now we have to be able to withdraw the faith that we've been saving all these years. Alright?
That's right.
And be able to, because we're fighting against, like the man said, spiritual, we fighting against everything. Everything is, all the elements are against us. Well, not us per se, against 2/3, but we all in this. We all in this plane together. We going through this shit. But the difference between us and them, we have Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, that's the difference. The Lord is with us. For all you brothers is out there, now is not the time to have any doubt in your spirit. Now is the time to have more belief. All right, more than ever, the Lord's gonna find a way to get us out of every situation that we are put in. If He could do it for us when shit wasn't going astray, and going regular, with the lights still on, and everything still be silver, how much more when all hell breaks loose, bro? All right, and like the scripture says in Isaiah 49, the Lord has hid us in His quiver. So the Lord's gonna hide us. All right, He's gonna protect us. All right, divine intervention. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, you got something, Lot? Yeah. I got something real fast. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is His treasure. Okay, point blank period, straight to the point. Man. Wisdom and knowledge is what's gonna keep us stable in these times. And we here in these times, man. Yeah. People around the world see what's going on. And I got a hunch, right? A hunch, so to speak. They call it a hunch. I got a feeling, whatever. Last night, that a lot of people, that we know personally, are starting to get scared, man, because they can't see a return. Because what they seeing is, like the scriptures say, a man flee a lion and a bear met him. He laid his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him. That's the feeling they starting to get. That damn, fuck, when are we gonna get a break? Yeah. After this, now we got this. Now after COVID-19, we got this.
Go back to work.
Yeah. When we going back to work, and when we gonna go back to the beach, or when I'm going back to the strip club or the club, you know, go shake my booty. You know what I mean? All these hoes out here, man. That's really what they thinking, man. Hey, Rocket the Yahweh Shemi Shah, man. Hey, prophets, man. This is our time through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shah to shine and to show what we got.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To show what we've been building up with, man. This is our time to shine through Yahweh Shemi Shah, man. Scripture said we are the light of the world, man. What does the light do? It shines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is our fucking time, man. Yeah. You know, 2020, this is my year. I can't wait. This is my year. Hey, this is Yahweh Shemi Shah's year, man. And if it's his year, it's our year, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, like what you said earlier about this summer?
It's gonna be a sad summer.
Yeah, a sad summer.
It's gonna be a sad summer for you niggas, man. But it's gonna be a happy summer for us.
That's right. We play on, and we got what? How many minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So don't be playing around with shit. And the babies had their photo op last week with the kids and the teenagers. Start dialing them back. And if you want to be out there, you better start pulling out some of these G's. Okay, you better start pulling out some of these other combatants that's about that life. Okay, and you better understand that, like I said, they're gonna start shooting back. All right, and let's don't start crying when they start shooting back, because at this point, we already put out tears for George Floyd. Now, when they start shooting niggas, it's all out warfare. So you ain't gonna have no time to be doing RIPs on fucking social media.
I'm gonna just go to the point. Jeremiah 16, and I'm going straight to the point. 4. They shall die of grievous death. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and the carcass shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth. For thus saith Yahweh Shemi Shai, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go lament nor bemourn them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even the loving kindness and mercies.
Mercy.
That's all I have to hear.
Mercy, man. Mercy, because homeboy said, what? Ain't gonna be no time for no rest in peace.
We're going to be moving to another level of tactical warfare. Understand that. Now,
yes, sir.
Now, if they want to divert it, don't be rocked to sleep. We can't take this back. Another thing I want to close it by Pastor Mike, my brother. If they pull a gangster move in 30 days and they try to rock the situation to sleep, don't be fooled by it, because the verdict did not come back yet from the brother who got gunned down in Georgia. We didn't get the verdict yet. The people, we may not like the verdict, right? Okay, so and we didn't get the verdict on this cop, and we didn't get no conviction or verdict from the sister that got killed by those officers.
Not Ahmaud Arbery, none of that.
So we're not in the clear, 19. Okay, we're not in the clear. This is deep. And like I said, I got called this evening for brothers and sisters that are inside, and let me know. Listen, brothers and sisters inside ain't scared, and they having conversations right now at the chain of command. So Trump got some internal thing to do with the military. Let me tell you something. I'm letting you know right now. Everybody active duty. And I'm talking about Marines and infantry. I can't speak for fucking Navy and the fucking Air Force. I'm talking about killers. That's that's my tribe. They all not on the same page. They don't all like what happened. They not all on code. So I don't know what the commander in chief is gonna do with the fucking crew. Okay? I don't know what they're gonna do with the armed forces, because everybody is not happy right now. Inside, the brothers and Caucasian dudes are turned up. So we just in a very interesting situation, brother 19, and I just want to encourage us to continue to be vigilant. And you put out something amazing earlier that a sister shared with me. You had some points. Can you go over the points? Remember you had the PowerPoints, the protocols that you put out. I think she shared it that you put out. You know what I'm talking about, beloved?
And man, I've been putting out a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm saying that it was like a list of protocols inspired by the times. I don't remember it, but I was fired up about it. It was just pretty much you were going through different steps of how we need to, conduct ourselves going
yes,
forward.
Sir.
So,
yes, sir.
Yeah. That's my bill. I just want to pass it to you, brother. That's my bill, man. I just wanted to say
we appreciate your voice. We appreciate, your service and bringing back that expertise and being able to speak and be essential during this time. So that's why the people is tapped in and listening, because right now everybody's looking for guidance and leadership. And so, some of those points right now would be to understand what's going on and understand that some of these essential services that's being cut off. Number one, you have to understand that you cannot be totally against the enemy that you still depend on to feed you.
Woo!
You understand me? So if they cut off the food supply and they said that the grocery stores are shut down, stay in the fucking house, we don't care about what you go do. You understand me? What will you do then?
Wow.
So number one, if you want to be prepared, because you got to think about what you're ready to live for and what you're ready to die for during these times.
I'm going to get Isaiah 30 real quick.
All right, Revelation 13 and 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Now, he made a statement. He said that, I believe he said you can't go to war. You can't just cut off the enemy that you need, that you depend on to feed you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? What you people don't understand, that this is all part of Esau's plan. All right? Because all these people out there riding, maybe even these guys, man, what they fail to realize that in the background what's looming is an economic crisis. The dollar's literally crumbling before our eyes. There's going to be hyperinflation. All right, when the dollar is dead, the only thing you people are going to have to rely on is going to be that chip. That's why the scripture brother just read, which is the mark of the beast scripture, that he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their forehead. All right, which is the RFID microchip, man. All right, Esau is gonna be a point where people are gonna rely on Esau to go and walk openly and get that chip. But then there's gonna come a point where he's gonna make it mandatory that those who resist is gonna have to get the chip. All right, and Lord willing, us brothers, we're gonna be amongst them men that are gonna resist the chip, deny the chip, and fulfill Revelation the 20 in the 4th chapter. I mean the 20th chapter and the 4th verse, if it be our lot. Okay, yeah, brother.
It says, and that no man might buy or sell, said he that had the mark or the number of the beast, or the name, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. There is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, but it is the number of a man, and his number is 603
Yes, so here's wisdom. All right, who got the wisdom? The elect, the 144,000. Here's wisdom. You know what I mean? Because no man can be able to buy or sell unless you have that mark, which is a physical mark, okay?
Todd Westby might just have a hand in shaping the future. The CEO of vending machine maker 3 Square Market literally opening doors with automation that's turning some workers into high-tech machines of sorts.
This is a lot more than just some sort of novelty to you.
It is. It's reality. With all of the interest we've seen in it, I can tell this is definitely the future.
By injecting a rice-sized microchip into a willing employee's hand, all kinds of data can be programmed into them, from driver's licenses and medical ID cards to logging onto computers.
You have to hold it up to something such as this.
Even purchasing snacks in the company break room. More than 50 employees have volunteered.
How much did that hurt?
Didn't really hurt a lot.
A third holding off for now.
It kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Some experts suggest caution. Among the concerns, ID theft, health, and whether the chips can be tracked by GPS.
Most people don't really understand how this technology works, what data is collected, how it's stored, or who might be able to get access to it legally or illegally.
3 Square says their employees cannot be tracked by satellite. Melissa Timmons was skeptical, but is now chipped.
Yeah, right now it's only to buy a candy bar and get in our building, but there's a lot more that's going to be coming with it.
Chips off the new block.
I'll choose to pay with my hand here.
Cool and technology, once again, hand in hand. Ron Mott, NBC News, River Falls, Wisconsin.
Let me read this real quick, Malak, you got it, and we're going to close out because we're running out of time. Isaiah 31:1, it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and their horsemen, because they are very strong, but look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. All right, so woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Egypt is talking about America. For all you people that's going to run down to the government for help, after you snap out of that rioting trance and you realize, damn, I done fucked up everything. You know, now you got to go to Esau and go get that chip. You know what I'm saying? Woe be unto all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? So, we speed this up to, for time's sake. You got it, brother.
Romans chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear the record, they that have the zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
That's right.
Yeah, man, so the elect, we got the knowledge, but the 2/3, for I bear record, they have zeal.
Start up on 1, bro.
Verse 1, brethren, Romans chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart desire and the prayer to the Most High of Israel. Israel might be saved. Yeah, who might be saved? Verse 2. For I bear record, they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. You don't have the knowledge of the scriptures, man, that the elders been breaking them for us for years. So, how they going to get in? When they come back into the kingdom. But we got the knowledge of the world, man, how it's going to go down. The whole work is going to go down.
That's right. And yeah, that's the spirit. We stopped exactly halfway through the video, bro. Exactly halfway through the video. So hey, we're gonna end it here, man. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson, and whatever's remaining of the video, we're gonna put at the end of this so you can watch it. We probably just gonna end the commentary right here, man. So you brothers got the point, you got the message, man. We living in some real ill times, and the Lord is coming back. Before we know it, the brother brought out Romans 13 chapter. Our salvation is there than what we believe.
Yep.
So we right there. We there, man. We there. Now it's just time to hold fast and to what we got. So no man take our crown. So I'm gonna make this long with that. We're going to end it and say all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah, double honors to the apostles, elders, great ministers who taught us the truth, and salutations to the elect, scattered abroad. Shalom.
Shalom.